Welcome everybody to Funeral Nation episode 249. That is Jeff, the Funeral Commander Harbison. I am Ryan Thogmartin, and I'm straight from the gym. So what's up, Jeffrey?
Well, I'm just off the plane from Key West, and it was quite a week down there. Before we get going,
stinky. Is that what you're saying? We're equally as stinky?
Yeah, I'm not a Key West fan. I think it doesn't smell as bad as New Orleans, but it has the same vibe. So if that's your thing, have at it. But no, I'm now certain that's not going to be on my list of places to go.
There you go.
However, in a few moments, we'll talk about why I was there, and that was a great positive. But speaking of great positive, before we get going, we have to recognize the fuel for this effing engine is C&J Financial. So roll that tape.
We may be the largest insurance assignment company in the funeral profession, but that doesn't mean we've lost touch with our roots. Here in Rainbow City, Alabama, our priorities still come down to a welcoming smile and a handshake that says we keep our promises. With all the tools and technologies that assure blazing fast turnaround, what really matters is much more old school. Personal responsibility, integrity, relationships, and the pride that comes from hearing yet another client say, "You came through for us when it mattered." C&J eliminates the challenges that funeral homes have in processing insurance death claims. If cash flow is vital to your business, welcome home.
All right, Ryan, it's been a great week for me. I had the opportunity to go to celebrant training, which was led by Matt Bailey and Glenda Stansberry.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I am all in. There is nothing but positives from this. And from my perspective of being in, I feel like I've done just about everything in this profession.
Okay.
Right. I've had my fingers or dealt with, or, both sides of vendor, supplier to owner to, working with a public company, doing these things. This was, I'd say in my funeral career, one of the standout trainings that had some actual meaning and relevancy to it.
I've never been to a celebrant training. So why do you feel that way?
I feel that way because a celebrant will tell this life story. Okay. I heard so many times in there with examples of order takers as funeral directors. Like, for instance, someone had the example of, they sat down, "Sorry for your loss. How many death certificates do you want?" It's pervasive out here, whether we want to say it or not. It's a real issue. So to me, this is something that it was personal because I've been on the other side of the arrangement table, and I saw what it could do by telling a true story. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's a lot of effort. And there's where I think a lot of people don't want to do that. Hey, that's the minister's job, etc. But you can turn a direct cremation into something that's lifelong and memorable. And it, to me, is a great marketing tool, because if you attend a service where a celebrant does a great job, and I assume most of them do, that changes things. And in our profession, going in and sprinkling some water or doing your granddaddy's funeral is one of the reasons why we're struggling right now.
Yeah.
But I want to give a quick shout out to some of my classmates, Chelsea, Kenzie, and Randy. I guess you could tell they're all in one generation. It's something. Y'all were fantastic. I had a great time meeting those folks down there, and absolutely have to talk about Curtis Funk and I. We paired up to do a celebrant service, and it was a person who had not been found, presumed dead, and was gone. And so we'll have to get some clips or something of it soon. But our friend Ellery Bowker turned into Elroy Booker.
There you go. That's a good name change.
It was, I have to say, it was comic gold. But I will absolutely give my stamp and stand behind our celebrant opportunity. And if you haven't done it, you should. And if you don't see the need for it, frankly, I don't think you should be in this profession. Call me out on it. Tell me why.
I have a question for you then. Do you feel like this should be a requirement in mortuary school?
Absolutely. And some of the schools are doing it now. But you look at, there's two things in our profession that have to be done right. Number one is if you have the opportunity to embalm a body, better be
Yeah, I
good.
get it. That's right.
If you're going to put on a service, it better have meaning. And you know what? Service doesn't mean that almost said it. Service doesn't mean that the casket has to be exactly centered on the church truck. Service has to have meaning and impact.
There you
It
go.
doesn't mean where you place your flowers and it's all perfect, or we roll out, to the cadence of the old rugged cross. That's not service. Okay. Service is impact and meaningful. And if you have that, you got something. Otherwise, you need to go to school.
I like it. I like your passion on this, because we've talked about the way to make a funeral more valuable. And when we don't take the time to find the story and make the service about the story and the individual, that's where we're getting families that are just coming and going. And it's, in and out as fast as possible, no value. It's a race to the bottom, and that's not a good thing.
You're exactly right. And to me, after experiencing this is an opportunity for us to step our game up. And so for all of my classmates, congratulations, you're now certified. I actually have a little pin and a certificate, but it was impactful for me, and I believe everyone who attended there. We heard some wonderful orators that shared, and we also had some folks that aren't comfortable speaking in front of folks that did a really nice job. So can't give enough to Glenda and our friend Matt for doing a really great job. So
yeah, I love
thumbs
it.
up, y'all.
That's good.
Real quick, a little news going on. It seems like these surcharges are going up with the gas. And we're not going to pick out a company, but it's not just a company, it's lots of companies. I get it.
Lots of
My
companies.
question is to funeral professionals out here, and you can respond. If you're getting surcharged up, are you absorbing that, or are you charging the family? Okay, because why should you have to absorb costs that are going on? So
Yeah.
I'd love to hear back from our FN Nation out here. What are your thoughts? Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
That's a real conversation, because that's a real business conversation, right? And I feel like we shy away from business conversations in this profession too often. That's a real business conversation, and going, you know what, I'll just wait till fall when the price increase comes out, and then I'll just raise prices then. That's 6 months of eating hundreds of dollars in surcharges. I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense from a business perspective. And my guess is some of these surcharges may go away, but they will be just packaged into the price increase that comes in the fall. So
sure. And
you might as well raise your prices.
Our dear friend Dan Assard used to say that, if you base your pricing on your competitor to be $100 less, when otherwise the rest of the year you say he's the biggest idiot in town, you actually win for that price and position. So anyway, shout out for that.
I like it.
But Lord have mercy, we tell the truth.
That's
I actually used a quote in my presentation about Elroy. He was known to say, I'm not going to tell you to go to hell. I'm going to tell you the truth, and it feels like hell. I think we've done that here at Funeral Nation a long time. We make our mistakes and we pick them up. But the truth is, celebrant should be a part of every funeral home's team, period.
I love it. It's a good ending.
All right, bro. I know you've got to go. We have some big projects working together. Yes. I am going to be up in New Jersey next week with our friends David Hernandez, right? Nice. And Mike. I'll tell you that I'll probably have 1 or 12 dozen cigars while I'm there. But let's see if we can knock something out while I'm traveling. And
I'll be traveling as well. I'll be at the Ohio convention next week, back in the old stomping grounds. So,
gotcha. We'll be across state lines.
We will.
Now that we said that, I'm sure that the Secret Service is starting to do another sweep of where the Funeral Nation guys are. Anyway, brother, thank you so much. 249. If you don't watch it, you can't have any information. And bottom line also is, if you have to be relevant to have an opinion. So come out here, give us an opinion, be relevant, get involved, stand up for your business. Okay.
I love it.
But stand up the right way.
Okay. Until next time, have a great effing week.
Out here.